Good afternoon, folks. Ari here from Direct Auto Outlet in Fair Oaks, California. A little bit of a different type of video today. This vehicle was actually traded into us recently, and this is a 2006 BMW 325i four-door sedan. A customer recently purchased a Mercedes-Benz E-Class from us, and this was their vehicle. They wanted to trade it in. The customer called us from several hours away and wanted to trade this vehicle in, and he told me that it needs a few things. Needs a little bit of love and TLC to be brought up to its best. And usually when you combine deferred maintenance and some repairs on German cars, due to their cost of repairs and maintenance, I typically just pass on them. But the other vehicle the gentleman was looking at was sitting here for quite a long time, and we really wanted to make a sale, and the gentleman who was trading this vehicle in only wanted $1,000 for it. So I told him, you know what, go ahead and come on over. If your vehicle makes it here from 4 hours away, we'll give you $1,000 for it, no problem. Well, just as I suspected, this vehicle has too many little things about it for it to be worth it for us to recondition, because we're never going to get the value out of it. I'd rather just break even, not lose any money, not make anybody, and give somebody a screaming great deal on a car that actually runs really well. This particular car, I'll go over all of the negatives because I kind of want you to know what you're getting into, because I don't want to do this 10 times in person, 100 times in person. I want you guys to watch the video, make sure that this is a good fit for you before you move forward. We're going to be asking $1,250 for this vehicle, and the reason I marked it up $250 over what I paid for it is because I detailed it and I'm advertising it, so I feel that that's my break-even point. The paint on the top surfaces have a little bit of sun damage, a little bit of dullness on the hood, the roof, and also the trunk. Speaking of the trunk, it's got a little dent right over here. Looks like it backed into something. That's about what it looks like. Interior of the vehicle is actually pretty clean. I believe the two back windows are not working, and a few of the power door locks are also not working, so I can't make any guarantees to the door lock system, power window system. I know some of them work, some of them don't. I know the driver's window works because I just drove this vehicle today, stopped off and got lunch, and the power window on the driver's side worked just fine. Air conditioning is also blowing cold, and I've driven this car on numerous occasions, and engine and transmission are very solid on it. Engine is strong, transmission is very smooth shifting, air conditioning is ice cold. The front tires on this thing is shit. I will be putting a couple of used tires on the front before anybody takes delivery of this vehicle. For my own peace of mind and for my own conscience, I want you to be safe when driving this vehicle, so I'm not going to sell it with the bald tires that it has in the front. The rear tires are still okay, but yeah, before you take delivery of it, I will have two used, or if I can't find used, perhaps new tires for the front installed for you. But other than that, I'm just looking for a real easy transaction. I'm not looking for a picky customer that's going to come and nitpick this vehicle apart. Again, I'm not making anything on this vehicle. I'm selling it real cheap. Oh, well, let's not forget the biggest problem. I think the biggest problem with this vehicle is that there's something going on either with the key or the steering column, because if you were to take the key out, which you can do so by pushing in, once you remove this key out and put it back in, it takes several attempts to be able to start the car. I believe there's either something wrong with the key or maybe the steering column interlock, but if you leave the key in there and do not remove it, it will start easily for you the first try every time. But you know, as you can imagine, you may need to take the key out sometimes. The gentleman who sold us the vehicle told us that he just lived in a safe neighborhood and it was never a problem before, and he just kept his key in the ignition 100% of the time, and that's how he's used the car for the last year. He told us if you take it out, not the end of the world. It may take 2 tries, may take 20 tries, but eventually it will crank over. So just so you know. Also, the airbag light on the vehicle is on. I believe when we scanned it, it was due to the occupancy sensor in the bottom cushion on the passenger side. But air is blowing nice and cold over here. We've got 154,479 miles, and the moonroof works as well. You can see photos in the photo gallery of the moonroof working. We'll go ahead and pop the hood and also take a look at the trunk. First and foremost, the trunk is going to be very roomy, lots of room inside. And you also have a 60/40 fold-down seating arrangement in the rear. Rear seat space is actually pretty good as well. 3 adults can sit back here. You also have a fold down armrest. It'll come out right through the center. And then finally, front passenger compartment, also real clean. Leather is held up well, no rips, no cracks in the leather. Headliner is in good shape. Moonroof is working properly, no cracks on the dash. And when we take a look underneath the hood, here you'll find your inline 6-cylinder engine just purring away like brand new. Very clean, very potent, and this vehicle really does drive great. For someone that's just looking for a runabout vehicle, a second vehicle, a first vehicle, I don't know, put good insurance on it, because you're not going to be able to take the key out. It might get stolen, but that might be your best day, because this vehicle probably blue books or market values for over $3,000. So I guess if this thing was insured and it got stolen, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, considering you're paying $1,250 for it. It actually has a clean Carfax vehicle history report and a clean California title in hand. And usually I do 2 separate videos, a walk around video like the one you're seeing now, and then a detailed test drive video. I'm going to go ahead and combine the 2 together by doing the test drive video right now. Again, just because I don't want to spend more time on this thing than I have to. Again, not to sound like a broken record, but I am not making any money on this car. So I don't want to do 2 separate videos, and that's just the way it's going to have to be. Thank you for joining us. Let's go ahead and give it a whirl. Turn the hazards off here. I know I should put my belt on, but I'm not going to, just because I'm going to do a real quick, short test drive. Bi-xenon headlights. This vehicle really does handle and brake and perform beautifully. It's very clean. Come on, nobody coming, you can go. That time of day, folks. It is just crowded right now. Very busy. Little crack on the dashboard right over here as well. Go ahead and close the moonroof cover over here. Don't need any glare in the lens. I know my seatbelt's not on. You can hear the engine sounds great, and it just handles beautifully through these twists and turns. Alright, I guess to prevent that chime, we're going to go ahead and put our seatbelt on. Hopefully we can balance that camera on the instrument cluster there. Bear with me. We don't want this thing to keep beeping on us as we're driving. Yeah, I guess it does work. That annoying chime does make you do what they want you to do. Going through these twists and turns, vehicle feels real solid, real capable. Going over 60 miles per hour, going through these twists and turns. Vehicle invokes a whole lot of confidence in the operator. Feels really easy to drive, very smooth, no rattles, no squeaks, no clunks. I don't really know who this vehicle would be ideal for, folks. These BMWs are pretty much about as shitty of a vehicle you can possibly get. Have you ever heard the term disposable vehicle? Well, this is it. You're paying $1,250 for it, and shockingly enough, I would probably get in it and drive it anywhere. I'd probably want to put those couple new tires in the front first, but I feel confident driving this vehicle anywhere. I'm more concerned about parking it somewhere with the key in it than I am driving it to another state. The vehicle feels real solid. The air conditioning's ice cold, which is a must going into summer here. Going into spring and summer, we're going to get some hot weather around here, as we always do. and having air conditioning is definitely a must. Going over these speed bumps and rough roads and cracks, over the surfaces over this road, vehicle just handles them beautifully. Accelerates real nice, has lots of power. Accelerates beautifully. Real performance vehicle. Go to make a right turn, make our way back to the lot here. Give it the beans here, get it up to speed. It does great. To say, folks, it's kind of a, again, different kind of video, different kind of vehicle. It's just you know, we could send it to auction and wash our hands of it, we could donate it, but I feel like it could make somebody a decent A to B transportation. Hopefully you have a safe place to park it. I'm sure if somebody's good with electronics, you could either figure out the key problem or the steering column problem, whatever's causing the anti-theft ignition to reset when you take the key out. I'm sure if you watched a YouTube video on it, there's probably a real simple workaround on how to get that fixed. But again, we're not going to bother. Not going to spend any time on this vehicle. As a matter of fact, I'm not even spending enough time to do two separate videos on this vehicle, just combining the two videos in one. I have not really dug into the vehicle too much further, but I've driven it on several occasions and it's a good running car. Very responsive, transmission shifts are very smooth. Folks, what can I say? Come and get it. Looking for an easy cash customer. Again, I'm not making any money on this car. I'm not looking to develop any more gray hairs over selling it. So if you want a screaming deal on a running car with a clean title that looks decent and performs great, this is it. Check out all the photos we have in the photo gallery on our website at directautooutlet.com. I don't think anybody should bother getting this shipped cross country, so I'm not going to mention that we have affordable nationwide shipping and transport services, because the transport services and the shipping to another state would likely cost you more than the car does. So just looking for some lucky, easygoing local customer that wants a screaming deal. This thing's not going to last long, folks. Whenever we get a car that we put a fire sale on like this because we're not happy with all the little things wrong with it, it typically sells a whole lot faster than all of our other vehicles that are nice and are selling for the price that they're supposed to be. So please do watch this video in its entirety, and if you've stuck around with us long enough to hear that, you have, and come on down. $1,250 plus tax, license, and fees, and she is yours. Any questions, concerns, or comments, give me a call. Area code 916-765-7575. Also find us on our website 24/7, 365 days a year at directautooutlet.com. Thank you, folks. Have a great day. Bye-bye.